The average Australian super account holds just $172,834. According to ASFA's research based on ATO data, at a modest retirement standard of around $31,000 a year, that's gone in 5 years. If you're 65, that maths doesn't work. But here's the thing. The number you actually need, almost nobody gets it right. And on Aussie Money Mate today, I'm going to give it to you. That stat sounds terrifying, and honestly, it's meant to. The financial services industry loves a scary number. It sells products. They'll quote you $3 million without ever mentioning the age pension. They'll build a projection assuming you spend like a 40-year-old until you die. You won't. Spending drops significantly after 75, according to the Hilda survey. The real number isn't a fixed target. It's a living, breathing figure, and it's almost certainly smaller than the brochure says. Here's what nobody tells you. Financial independence isn't just for retirees at 65. There's a specific formula used by investors worldwide that gives you a precise number based on your actual life. Not a guess, not a vibe. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how it works, and it starts with one simple question. Let's talk about where most people are right now. You're working, paying rent or a mortgage, maybe raising kids. Superannuation is ticking along in the background, you think. You check it once a year, maybe. The balance looks fine-ish. You tell yourself you'll sort it out later. That's not laziness, that's cognitive bandwidth. When you're stretched financially, long-term planning gets crowded out by today's pressure. The future goes blurry. Meanwhile, inflation is still running above the RBA's comfort zone. Your cost of living is higher than 3 years ago. Grocery bills, energy, insurance, everything crept up. And your savings rate, if you have one, quietly shrank. Here is the painful part. Every year you delay getting clear on your number costs you, not because of motivation, because of compound interest running in reverse. The longer your money sits uninvested or in a low-yield account, the more ground you lose. You don't need more hustle, you need one clear number. Let's find it. Here's where it gets interesting. There's a principle called the 4% rule. It comes from the Trinity Study, one of the most cited pieces of retirement research ever published. The finding, if you withdraw 4% of your investment portfolio each year, historically your money lasts 30 years or more, through recessions, through market crashes, through all of it. So the formula flips the question. Instead of asking, how much do I need to save, you ask, how much do I spend per year? Then you multiply that by 25. That's your number. Say you spend $60,000 a year. Multiply by 25, you need $1,500,000 invested. At 4% withdrawal, that's $60,000 per year, indefinitely if the portfolio keeps growing. Here's what most people miss. That number isn't as fixed as it sounds. The age pension changes it significantly. As of March 2026, the full age pension for a single person sits at $31,223 per year, according to Services Australia. If you qualify, even partially, your required portfolio shrinks dramatically. The ATO's 2025 data shows the concessional contribution cap at $30,000 per year. Max that out inside Super's concessional tax environment of 15%, and you're compounding faster than most people realize. Let's run a real example. You're 35, you have $80,000 in super. You start contributing $1,500 per month total, employer plus personal. Assuming a 7% annual return, which is conservative by Australian historical standards, by age 60, you're sitting at roughly $1,400,000. Add investment properties, shares outside super, or a paid-off home, and your required portfolio number drops further. The 4% rule isn't magic, but it is maths, and maths doesn't care how stressed you are right now. It just runs. Right. So what do you actually do with all of that? Here are your 3 moves. First, calculate your actual annual spend. not what you think you spend. Pull your bank statements, add up 12 months of real outgoings. This is the only honest starting point. Most people overshoot by 20 to 30% when they guess. Knowing your real number changes everything. Once you have it, multiply by 25. Write that figure down. That is your target. Second, close the gap between your super balance and your target using concessional contributions. The $30,000 annual cap includes your employer's 12% super guarantee. So if your employer is putting in $15,000, you can personally top up another $15,000 pre-tax. That reduces your taxable income and accelerates your balance at the same time. It's one of the most efficient legal tax moves available to you right now. Third, and this one surprises people, model the age pension into your plan early. Most financial planners building projections for clients under 50 ignore the age pension entirely. Don't do that. Even a partial pension of $15,000 to $20,000 per year reduces your required portfolio by $375,000 to $500,000. Use the MoneySmart retirement planner. It's free, it's built by ASIC, and it accounts for age pension eligibility. Run your numbers, see what the actual gap is. It is almost certainly smaller than you feared. Remember that start from the top, $172,834, the average Australian super account according to ASFA. That number is frightening in isolation. In context, it's a starting point, not a verdict. You are not behind because you failed. You are behind because nobody handed you a formula. Now you have one. Annual spend times 25 minus pension entitlements. Plug it into a compounding calculator. The gap becomes a number, the number becomes a plan, the plan becomes automatic, and compounding does the heavy lifting from there. This is not a motivation speech. The maths works whether you believe in it or not. Your job is just to start the calculation, today. If you've never calculated your 25x number before, today's the day. Drop it in the comments when you do. And if this video was useful, subscribe to Aussie Money Mate and hit the notification bell. We put out the numbers the brochures don't. See you in the next one. Stay smart with your money.